That video made me sad because growing up, I thought that's what adult life was gonna be like.
I thought that about everything. I've only cheated on women because Usher made it sound great. It's not great. It's hectic. It's hectic as fuck. He's never like, oh, I'm getting all these text messages while I'm at work. He never sings about that part.
Bro, I thought me and my homeboys would get in the Escalade, go into the club and start jigging.
Yep.
Yeah. But the whole time, bro, you go to the club. Yeah, you can't. It's so much hookah smoke now. You try to get some movement going. You gonna have some respiratory issues, man. It's sick.
Yeah, it ain't what they promised us. That's for damn sure.
Welcome to another episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove what the fuck is wrong with Terry Crews. Because I don't know. Whose team is he on? Not mine. Not mine.
Oh, I think the only people that could truly claim Terry Crews as a teammate are like those Muscle Beach men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't black, it ain't white. It's oily titty men.
Or other people who like agree. People who are into saying they're addicted to porn, I don't trust you.
Yeah, what?
I don't trust. You're addicted to porn? We all are. Grow up, Terry. We got climate change. You're worried about jerking
What
off?
do you think? You're special because you've gotten to the nooks and crannies of Pornhub? Fuck you.
I bet he isn't even in the nooks and crannies. I bet he's not even in the nooks and crannies. I bet if we're looking for search terms, I beat Terry Crews every day. He's never looked up Detroit Thought and then felt bad about it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I like about what you're saying is that I do think that might be what haunts him the most. Is that he's sitting there and he's basically just looking up missionary sex on these fucking websites. And it's like, well, I'm addicted to that? Then I'm a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit because I'm exploratory. I get so deep on there sometimes. I'm like, I don't even know if this is porn. I think this is just a foot race. I think this is just two chubby Filipina ladies foot racing.
And that's what porn is for, because you're not going to be able to access that with a family committed whatever bullshit that we're all finding ourselves in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on pornography to do stuff I can't do in real life.
And Terry Crews is looking up a black lady who looks pretty close to white with a fade, and that's his fucking wife. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally looking for his wife, but he's doing it just askew of his wife, and he's like, oh no, this is a sin.
He's looking up, like, do you remember KP and Envy?
Uh-huh.
He's looking up Envy News. That's what he's typing in. Envy News. I'm David Gborie. You're one of your hosts.
Yeah, and I'm Langston Kerman. And boy, did we come in hot. We came in hot today. We didn't have a lot to stand on, and we milked it for all it was worth, huh?
I think we did a good job. I think that was pretty good for not having a joke written.
Yeah, I thought we nailed it. Listen,
straight up. I mean, I say
through the blessings of God.
Well, you know who always has a joke written? You know who's never unprepared is our guest today. He's so fucking funny. I think we talked about having him on the podcast, you mentioned him, and my eyes lit up because I'm so excited. He's hilarious. He's an Atlanta local joker is the way that he described himself to us. But I think he's much more than that. So fucking funny. Give it up for our guest, Mandal.
Thank you. Oh, this is a hard record right there. Y'all turn that up.
I'm a big Whispers fan.
Hey, thank y'all for having me. It's Man Sandal, aka Man Against Negativity, distributing all love. Please say the whole thing. Please say the whole thing every time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
No, I didn't take this.
I did ask you what you wanted me to say. You didn't say none of that. You were just like,
Yeah, because if I would have told you that, then I couldn't have said the previous sentence I just said.
I got you.
You're right. That's professional.
Everything is a setup, man.
I love that. I love this setup. I love the whole thing. Let's not dilly or dally here, because you came to us with a conspiracy theory that I had never heard of. Gborie, I don't know where you fall in the this is a real thing or not a real thing for you conversation.
I did not know. I did not. I mean, you're gonna say it. It makes sense to me, is what I'm saying.
Oh, immediately you were like, hell yeah, I'm bought in.
Bro, you know how many body parts I've heard dancing? I'm sorry, say it.
Well, yeah, let's get to it.
conspiracy.
And then, because this is exciting, you said, my mama told me.
A girl died from doing the lean with it, rock with it, too hard at a dance party and snapped her neck.
For sure. So I'm a little long-winded, so everybody strap in.
I'm buckled, baby.
So the year is 2007, right?
Uh-oh.
The year 2007. Congratulations, you just got suspended for wearing a snowman T-shirt, the Jesus shirt.
They can't ban him. They can't ban him.
You got suspended. Well, they did ban him from Atlanta public schools. You got suspended for wearing that to school after the principal said stop.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Wait, so the principal warned you?
Yeah, for sure.
And you said you can't ban the snowman.
You said you can't ban the snowman, and she did ban it. She banned you instead. And then you had on either some Reebok Soldiers, or you had on that era of Tim's that would be like one color and then another color on the side, and then the tongue was that other color that's on the side.
That was a
you
bad
remember? You remember that?
Timberland.
They had about a 2-year run. So Lean With It, Rock With It drops in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the music video come out. That's when they shined the So Def, and they dropped the remix before the original version of the song, which I thought was bizarre.
Oh, with Bow Wow. I liked that one.
The Oh They Think I Like Me song?
Oh, yeah. Bow Weezy, Prince of the O-Town. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. If you watch the Lean With It, Rock With It music video, they reference that music video in the Lean With It, Rock With It, which don't make sense.
Whoa.
But all that doesn't matter. So in the video, at the beginning, it's a girl. She's doing the Lean With It, Rock With It. Now, plenty of people know what Lean With It, Rock With It is. It's a staple for people in the Southeast that made its way across the country.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
It was big. Now, you would lean, rock, lift your leg up, get your knee up, bounce down with all your body. But before it was just that, you will also lean your neck back. Or you was a guy who twists your leg. Everybody wants to be an individual. And what happened was that girl, she was trying to be herself, and she was in the music video. So the story is that she was in the party, and they're like, oh, that's the girl from the music video. Y'all make room. She about to show out.
Oh.
And then she snapped. She did Lean With It, Rock With It, snap back, snapped her neck, died, and they folded up like American flag. And so from that point on.
So you're saying it was the girl in the cocktail dress, am I correct?
No,
From the very beginning.
No, this like a child. Like so.
Oh, it's a little child.
Very young girl.
A child was at a party.
For sure. So what they saying is, so great example. My mom didn't necessarily. What happened was, but after that, everybody was like, "Hey, when y'all doing the Lean With It, Rock With It, don't move y'all neck, because that's how y'all die." So that was the big thing. Like schools across the Atlanta was like, "Hey, y'all, I know y'all like to dance and have fun, but we got to be safe. We got to be safe when doing these moves." And so you wasn't allowed to snap your neck. So if you was like, let's say if you in the middle, you doing a Lean With It, Rock With It, you getting after it. Once you move the neck back, they're like, "Hey, all bets are off, man. We want to have a good day."
I love the idea that they know they can't stop you from doing the dance. They're like, listen, we're not.
No.
This dance is too goddamn contagious for us to ask people to not do it. But let's just do it safely. If you're gonna have sex, wear a condom.
100%.
Prophylactic.
You might as well throw it in the air, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I remember. I forgot that they would throw it in the air.
Yeah.
That's when the animations came,
and that's when that next snap really found itself. I would argue is that when
people were snapping hard, though.
You would really snap if that shit went in the air.
I used to wear a helmet at the 18 Up Club.
Unrelated, but he did wear a helmet.
I'll be honest. At the teen club, when I was in middle school, they used to have the teen club.
Same. Shout out to Club Bash.
People was at the teen club, And so this is a true thing. So before the net snap thing, it wasn't about the animations. So before it was like who can lean and rock the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
But
like
after that, it became
furthest lean.
exactly.
Right.
But post that girl supposedly dying, that's when cats are like, hey, you gotta pretend like you hitting a baseball. You gotta pretend like you throwing it up. You get what I'm saying? So it really advanced the dance further by creating that constriction. It's like when you don't cuss in a set.
This evolution
Right.
of safety created a space for people to start to add a new innovation to the shit.
For sure. Yep. That's when people was wearing them big shirts. When people remember
and my white tee and my black
100%.
tee and my pink
100%.
tee. There was a lot of remixes.
There was the
I
pink
remember
tee.
pink tee. And you remember back in them days, if you was a dude who was trying to look like attractive to women, you wouldn't take your whole shirt off. You would just take the bottom of the shirt and put it behind your neck.
Right.
You know what I'm
I do
talking
remember.
about?
And
that was a little ostentatious for myself, but I do remember that.
It was
For
a
sure.
smart move because if you separate the arms from the body, they look bigger than when they're
It's you
attached.
isolate.
Yeah.
You isolate.
It's like that's
Not-
a big ass arm when it ain't got no torso attached to it.
Did you
That's
ever have
real.
to try to Harlem Shake, but you would just grab the bottom of your big t-shirt?
That's a good
And
move.
That's how
Yeah.
that's how I was getting down.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hey.
Langston could dance.
I when I was in high school, I was a dancer, baby. I was
I
out
know
there.
it. I knew it.
I was
You were
out
a
there.
Mountain Dew. You were a Mountain Dew chugging dancer from way back.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When I was coming up, I was jigging for real. Like
For
I
real?
was like and then I had bonus points because I was a fat dude. So like I had
Yeah, that's
I already had low
already-
expectations. Yeah, I used to do the worm.
Whoa.
Yeah. People like, hey man, go do the worm. I do it.
Yeah.
Every time.
If a fat dude does the worm,
That's the win.
that's the party
Yeah,
right
for sure.
there. There ain't
He's
no.
taking somebody home.
Yeah,
He's taking
there's
somebody home.
we shut it down for that shit. That's crazy.
I only
it's
lost
pretty
one
amazing.
battle. I only lost one battle in my entire life.
Out of
bro.
how many battles?
Like 12. I had lost one battle. I did. This dude. I used to have
I'm
this
not
move.
gonna lie, I thought it'd be a bigger number. I was really expecting.
No, that's a lot. That's a lot of dance
12
battles.
is a good number.
I'm not-
12
That's
is
a
good
lot
number.
of
I'm
dance
not
battles.
discrediting whether or not 12 is a big number for dance battles. I'm saying that when you go, I never lost one dance battle in my life, and it's one of 12, it starts to make it it feels.
No,
That's-
I don't
But think-
think. I think you're playing my man.
Think
out.
about it.
If it was fist fights, you would be like, "That's a pretty good record."
If you tell
sure.
me that them boys from You Got Served only danced 12 times, I'd be like,
But
well,
he
of course
wasn't-
they're not going to win. They're not ready.
he wasn't Lil Saint,
You
he
gotta
was
think
just a
about
man in the world, sometimes dance battling.
Yeah, sure.
That's a lot.
And you comparing it to professional athletes. As a leisurely dancer, that's a big number. Think about it.
I think so.
Think about it. I was dancing twice a year.
Yep.
One for the spring dance and one time in the summertime when we had that party. After that, I was retired the rest of the year. I got Larry home.
That's 6 years worth of battles. That's
Yeah, bro.
6 years worth of battles.
Let me go on record saying I was wrong. I'm out of line here, but go on, please.
Wait, how
No,
many
I'm sorry.
dance battles have you been in, Langston?
Not 12, and that's as you're saying it,
Yeah.
I feel shame about it. I truly I made a mistake.
You
here.
got to get after it, bro.
I've been approached to dance battle, and I didn't want it.
Oh, you had to wave it
I
off. Like,
folded.
nah, I'm
I
good.
folded it.
Damn.
I would rather battle. I would rather run at a team of enemies with the sword
Damn.
That's
than
hard.
have to dance battle.
One time I had to battle some twins, bro.
Whoa.
For sure. I swear to God, they were some twins in my neighborhood. One of them sat on the other one's shoulders like a transformer.
Oh no!
And then they was like they was tutting together.
And you did the worm though.
Nah, so that one I won by disqualification because while I was dancing, I started crumping and they started crumping and they accidentally hit this girl in the mouth
Fuck.
and then they couldn't dance no more. So then I won.
Damn. So
that's a good win.
so that's like in Naruto when like the enemy hurts themselves and then he
For sure.
but he still finds his heroic story inside of it.
Exactly, man. It's all art, bro. Everything is expression. And sometimes we express with our body and sometimes we express with our words, you know? And at that time I was crumping. I used to do the worm. I used to be able to spin on my head, but only one spin.
That's enough.
That's
enough.
I'm not gonna make fun of that. That's still a success for me.
You put the skull cap on, everybody like, move back.
Listen, my child has now like started to try to like do a front flip, like just rolling, like she'll try to roll herself. And I was like trying to demonstrate it for her and like put my head on the ground and was gonna like flip my body over and then thought, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Like physically, I can't do that no more.
No, you're too old.
Did it make that big thud?
Yeah, it was enough where it was like, oh, even just doing this on the ground, this is irresponsible, and I can't fuck around like that. You know what I mean?
No, you can't somersault.
Nuh-uh.
You can't be somersaulting.
No, you can't do it, man. Sometimes we gotta live young things for young people.
I think that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Dance battles. What was your oldest dance battle? How old were you?
So I think I was in high school. I lost it because that dude did my signature move on me. So I used to have a move called a detonator, bro, where so I would legitimately, I'll go down to their legs and I'll vibrate up like that, and then explode their head and start dancing real fast.
Oh, I like
that.
That's fun. And so then it kind of went. It was ham, but then I started overusing it. So people was like, man, you always doing that move, bro. Like, we tired of seeing that.
Every time I've seen you do it in the last 4 of your 12 dance battles.
Yeah.
And then on the last battle, the dude detonated me.
Oh, he's working already with a narrative that's been circulating around.
For sure.
This is
he prepared that.
Yeah, he knew. He was like,
he told
me.
He's like, me and Mandal, we gonna face off, and I'm gonna get him.
For sure, because I had a lot of hate behind me. Because, if you win, when you win long enough, you become a villain, man. And so once he detonated me, all the momentum went to his hot side, and I couldn't do nothing else, man.
Oh,
man. And then I retired that day. I got to let it go. I used to be good, man. I used to do the worm. The only thing I really didn't do was, I wasn't a big, I'm a break dance guy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's hard.
But I used to tick though, for sure.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of sideways Usher slides and shit.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I don't know why I knew it, but I knew it. I knew that. I
found this out.
I had a cousin, similar situation. Very light skin, a lot of sideways. Like when that video came out, he was like the first one I saw do it. The one where it comes across the front?
Yeah. No, hear me when I say this. When that video came out, I didn't sleep. That changed everything for me.
Which one?
That when Usher first, it might have been You Got It Bad when he first did that fucking.
When he first started gliding.
It was in You Make Me Wanna. Remember?
Oh, he did do it in You Make Me Wanna. Yep.
He was wearing the black and red pants.
I'm gonna let y'all know something though. That boy Usher was the first musician to wear Heelys. Go back and watch the
I remember.
Go watch the You Don't Have to Call music video.
Yeah.
He came up on it.
And not only that, he went to a party in them shits. You know what I mean? He wasn't just, he was like, I'm leaving my bitch. I'm going, this is my day of liberation out in the world.
Oh, for sure.
And I am going in Heelys. The boys and I
got my light brown leather. I got my Scully. And I put the Heelys on.
Uh-huh.
It was so well lit in the music videos too.
Yeah, I don't mind. I didn't mind it being darker, but goddamn, do I wish they would clear the floor so that me and my boys could do a choreographed 100%. Dance together. You know,
hula hoop your chain one time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do it around the neck. Got to get that one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you because we have to go to break. We owe tax money. We've got issues that we've got to solve here. But before we go to break, Mandal, how much of this is a conspiracy theory you genuinely are bought into? How much of this is something you believe?
All right, so I'm going to be honest. So for a long time, I believed in it because it's something that everybody said in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got on Reddit, and now it's a lot of people disparaging it. And then I find that across the country, it's different versions of a lady dying doing the dance for people to do it safely. So I think I saw a Texas version where somebody did it, died South Dallas swagging, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
are you not open to the possibility that many people have died dancing?
That's real. That's a
because and I don't love admitting this. I've hurt myself at home dancing. And
Where
that's
have
not
you
it.
died?
That's passive. But I'm saying that's passively. That's while I'm washing the dishes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not even like in my room in front of the mirror trying to, you know what I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know what it's listening to Tony.
If fuck around and have like a girl you're deeply in love with watching, you might go a little harder with a little more energy.
sure.
I'm not going to go softer. I'm not going to go softer.
You got to show what you can do. I got a question.
That's what I'm saying.
What dance move?
It's always footwork. It's always footwork that I have. Because I got this situation where like waist up, it's easy. It's like it flows. It's natural. Waist down, when the athleticism comes in to play, I'm not. Yeah. That's where it. So it's like I'll be, I'm doing the dishes or unloading laundry or some shit, and then I feel that I'm slick, and then I try to do some foot shit, and that's where it always goes. That's where it always goes.
That's how it be.
Well, okay, so you at one point were bought in, but now you are uncertain of its validity. Is that safe to say, or are you definitively out on the whole thing?
I think for fun, I'm going to stand on it. That girl died, rest in peace.
I love that. I love that as an out for this entire thing that let's go to break. Fuck it. We don't have rest in peace to that girl who died. Stand on your shit. We'll be back with more Mandal and more My Mama Told Me.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Welcome back to My Mama Told Me, the podcast where David didn't realize he was introing after the drop. We are talking to Mandal about whether or not a young woman lost her life in pursuit of the lean and the rocking with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So you're standing on your shit. You're embracing the possibility that this girl did die. When it first happened, what was the climate around your community? You know what I mean? You're in high school, I presume, or you're middle.
I'm in middle school.
You're in middle school at this point. Middle school, is everybody truly terrified, or are they like, goofy bitch, you should have held your neck stronger?
Nah, we was 12.
I don't know. They were 12. This is how the kids talk.
we were 12, so people thought it was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie.
See?
Which is bad. People did. And I remember a lot of people kept snapping their heads back to see if it was gonna happen to them. But I think they was going through some personal issues now I'm thinking back on it. But a lot of them cats, for sure, was a lot of the people, for sure, like parents and stuff, they was like, hey, man, y'all relax how y'all do that dance. It definitely became like, it was like when people check their candy for drugs, Yeah, like people was like monitoring the dances to make sure people wasn't going to snap their necks.
I got you. It became enough that your parents got involved.
It was an assembly when we was at the pep rally. I remember we had a pep rally in middle school for our basketball team. And the sixth graders had to sit on the floor because, seniority. And so we were sitting on the floor. It's this part where like the band will play music, and then they'll be like, "Scrubs, sit down." They will repeat that for us to sit down because sixth graders were scrubs at the time.
Yeah.
Oof. And I remember if you was a tough sixth grader, you would stand up because you had self-esteem. And so what happened was in that moment,
were you sitting or standing?
I sat down, bro, because I'm gonna be honest, man. I ain't want to get Donkey Kong.
It's systemic.
I knew, and I don't mean this as a judgment, but I knew you sat down because of the way you told the story, where you're like, if you were a tough sixth grader, you stood up.
For sure.
But you didn't.
Oh yeah, you didn't say we stood up.
Yeah, but you're like, but me and my homies, we stood up because we give.
Nah, they was standing. Yeah, they was standing. Shout out to them individuals. They all did some stuff. But look, so while they dancing, everybody start dancing. So people leaning, rocking, people just jigging in general. People doing the pool palace / walking out, whatever area you subscribe to. And then the principal stopped the band and said, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Y'all better not be snapping them necks. We don't want to send nobody to the hospital. And he was dead serious, but everybody laughed and laughed. And people laughed at the idea of this lady dying, and that more of us could have died. You know, we thought that was so humorous.
Oh,
at 12.
man. Oh, God. The idea that an adult, literally the most senior adult in this facility is like, wait a minute. This is irresponsible what you young people might be venturing into.
For sure.
I love that he had the heart to cut the music. I've never once in my life had something important enough to say stop the music.
Yeah, no, not once.
Yeah, man. My
Never.
principal wore orthopedic shoes, man. He wasn't a fun guy at all. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of hang time over the belt, foreshadowing to who I become. And then what he did when he stopped all fun and said, y'all stop that. And then the band started the song over.
Whoa.
So it was like a serious thing. It was a real serious thing.
God damn.
But honestly, people kept snapping their necks back and nobody died. I ain't seen nobody else die from it.
Any injuries?
I ain't gonna lie. I seen somebody do like the twist with the leg. I don't know. Do y'all know who Fabo is?
Oh, we know who Fabo is.
Oh, yeah.
So
hey,
Fabo,
hold on. Don't disrespect us, man. Don't play this.
I know
game.
y'all from. I know y'all from the Midwest.
Yeah, but still, watch your fucking mouth. Tell your story.
I'm sorry.
But
I apologize.
do you know who Fabo is?
Man, Langston's
no
talking.
disrespect.
Langston's talking like he used to stand up at the assembly.
I'll flip
He
my
stood
desk
up in
over.
sixth grade. He stood up in sixth grade. If they called him a scrub, he would have stood up, and then they would have jumped him, but he would have had a lot of
beat
respect.
my ass.
They would have had a lot of
but-
respect though.
Yeah.
So he used to do this thing where he would lift his leg up to his side,
Mhm.
and he would wipe off his felines with his hand. Right?
I remember.
That was a big move. Like people would do that, and I seen one person do that, and they lifted up with too much momentum and fell over and bust their lip.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were about to describe a horrible knee injury, but no, this was just bad balance that led to.
Yeah, they slipped, and it was real embarrassing. Everybody like, nah, hey, you can't do the move like Fabo. Like, nah, you ain't Fabo. And then for a week, people like, he think he Fabo. And then the person's like, nah, I guess I'm not Fabo because I'm embarrassed. And, you know.
Because I'm bleeding pretty bad. I'm not Fabo.
And you know, bro, it's only 3 years, so you do one dumb thing, you socially stunted yourself at middle school. You know what I'm saying? So, like, from that point on, it was like, watch out for him. Don't let him dance. He gonna hurt you.
Right. That is objectively not Fabo for the rest of this experience.
No,
100%.
no.
And I love that sentiment because even if somebody could do the move, they still not Fabo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, nobody was in that gym. Nobody was.
But for one thing for sure, that cat who hit his
he
lip.
ain't Fabo.
No.
If ever you thought like a Scooby-Doo episode, we're going to unmask him and it's secretly going to be Fabo, it ain't that one.
Yeah. Because in the song, Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, it's a song called Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, which is where they talk about doing the central move like Fabo.
Mhm.
So this idea that Fabo was going around and teaching people the actual move as if like a train. You know how like if you get to a certain level in karate, the master trainer will come teach you.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea was that he didn't have the central move.
Oh. That Fabo had not been called down to give the ultimate instruction.
For sure. I know this might be a little convoluted. Yeah.
Well,
no.
This is, I think, a wonderful transition into some of the research that I did, and according to we were talking about the idea, the possibility of this girl dying. According to those haters over at Snopes, and that's the only way that I see them, there's not enough evidence on record showing that a person did in fact die doing the dance to prove this to be true. However, and this is a very important however, one specific to this show, one of the things that they point to as empirical evidence of, or rather the lack of empirical evidence, is they say that if a girl did in fact die, it would obviously make national news from if a girl died from this dance move.
I think it's like, you know how when people were like, this is my theory. You know when everybody was dying of COVID and people were like, oh, they're saying everybody's dying of COVID, but it's really they had the pre-existing conditions they're dying of.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would happen in reverse in terms of a dance-related death. Because, like, if my kid died snapping, I would be like, no, he fell down in some athletic pursuit.
Right.
I wouldn't want to report it as like what happened. Like the cops come and they're like,
That's
"What happened?"
embarrassing.
You're like, "He leaned with it, rocked with it
Yeah.
to death."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like
That's
she
crazy.
died with it.
Yeah, no.
So you got to be like, he fell down the stairs. It's like domestic abuse.
He died.
I'd be like,
he died trying to stop a fire. He didn't die dancing. Don't be ridiculous.
Honestly, he stood up at the assembly and they came for him.
Yeah, they beat his
and my
ass.
little man held it down.
Yeah. I like the idea that somebody lying about what they actually died from. Like he was doing a link with the Robert. No, he was praising the Lord. and they tried to jump him because they didn't want him to worship God. He was really a saint, you know? I got a question. Who wrote that article that you read from?
Well, it's Snopes, I think, is a website that sort of like prides itself on unpacking the possibility of these things being real. I don't know specifically, although no, that's not true. There's a person named David Mickelson who wrote it, and part of my issue, and maybe this is what you're getting to, is I don't believe that David Mickelson has a great understanding of what does and doesn't get reported from the Black community. That Black children are kidnapped and killed every day that does not get reported and treated like national news. So the possibility that a girl dying, it easily could go without being reported.
Bro, he ain't got his ear to the street, man. He got his ear to the sidewalk, bro. And with that cat don't know what he talking about. He wasn't in Atlanta. Here's my opposing argument to that. What's the motive for lying about that?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like what does the city of Atlanta get out of lying about this lady death?
It's not a point of pride, I imagine.
No,
nobody
not
wants
at all.
that to have happened.
And plus, if she was alive, she would have came out by now and said, "Hey, y'all, I'm a CNA now."
Right.
Exactly.
I'm
definitely not dead. You feel what I'm saying?
All those other kids from the internet, you find them. The little boy drinking the juice like that, he plays football now.
Yeah.
The little boy, this nigga ate a cold sandwich. I was looking at him on Instagram 2 days ago. Yeah. They still hang out.
Yep.
She would have pulled up. She would have been divorced by now.
Yeah.
And would have told us like, hey, yo, like.
She teaches dental hygienists at DeVry.
100%.
I understand. Yeah. No, where is she?
Yeah. If she doesn't exist because she passed. And I think it's sick that there's people on that internet trying to take away her legacy like that. Because that's somebody who means a lot to this city. And we not going to allow, some Reddit dude to try to disgrace that.
I love that you said that. Let's take it a step further because I actually thought that I didn't know about this. One of the things that you mentioned, and it's not clear, or at least wasn't clear when I originally read the conspiracy, is that she was a part of the music video. This wasn't just a random girl at a random party, but was in fact one of the people that you see featured in the music video. And in the conspiracy theory, or rather the debunking, quote unquote, of this conspiracy theory, they actually liken it to a similar claim from 1984 featuring our boy, David Alfonso Ribeiro.
Oh, no.
Yes, there were claims in 1984 that Alfonso Ribeiro, who originally got his fame doing Michael Jackson impersonations
in that McDonald's commercial,
exactly, that Alfonso Ribeiro actually had died from attempting an impossible Michael Jackson move, that like he had killed himself attempting to be Michael.
People, that was a rumor.
That was a real rumor that was spreading in the 80s.
Are you talking about, bro, from One on One?
No, that ain't that Flex.
No,
that's
Flex Alexander.
Oh, I thought he was Michael Jackson.
No. Although he
what Flex Alexander Michael Jackson?
He did a Michael Jackson film, I believe, where he acted
my
as.
Bad, bro. My bad. I was about to say maybe a real name with David. What you said the last name?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Oh, I thought y'all was saying Flex. Flex. I was say Flex not dead.
No.
Like 50,
Alfonso
like
Ribeiro, from the Fresh Prince. He was Carlton on the Fresh Prince.
Oh, the Carlton. Okay.
Yeah, but before he became Carlton, got famous on like truly almost like it's as close, I think, as we could call viral back then. He became like a viral sensation for impersonating Michael Jackson's dance moves in a McDonald's commercial.
That's hard. That's hard, man.
No, I think he was hack in the 80s. That's what everybody was doing.
Shout out to everybody who impersonated Michael Jackson. They had good careers.
No,
Jason
man.
Weaver.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Jason Weaver. Shout out to Flex
man.
Alexander. You know what I'm saying? They put the white paint on him.
They made him look wild.
Oh man, that sounds crazy. Man.
He made a wild choice participating in that film.
Flex made a lot of wild choices. Do you remember Homeboys in Outer Space?
Oh, of course, I remember Homeboys in Outer Space.
I got one. Flex Alexander and Snakes on the Plane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Flex Alexander. He was a rapper who his security guard was Kenan
Thompson. That's
with
right.
a chain on. Kenan Thompson had a chain on the entire movie.
5'8" Kenan Thompson.
And he landed the plane. He landed the plane. They was like, yo, who can fly the plane? And then Kenan Thompson's like, I'll fly it. And he go to the front. He like, I ain't never land no plane. And I'm like, why you do that, Kenan Thompson?
But Kenan had it. He figured it out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was like the third time we've talked about Flex Alexander on here.
Yeah, I pray to God we do it every episode. I think, don't they say in Seinfeld there's secretly like a Superman reference in every scene?
That's what we're Flex Alexander in every.
Come on, baby. There's gonna be a Flex Alexander in every little bit of this.
I'm gonna get a Homeboys in Outer Space T-shirt.
Please let's wear matching T-shirts for the first live show.
Outer Space? Oh man,
that's hard.
That is amazing.
I'll 100% do that.
I'm with it.
One thing about that boy Flex over his 20-year career, rather he was Kyla Pratt dad, or rather he was dribbling the basketball. That boy kept a shape up, didn't he?
I was just gonna say
he had a crisper one on him, right?
Man.
Jalen Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a Jalen Rose before Jalen Rose.
Yeah,
right. He kept a crisper one on.
He was overshadowed by Steve Harvey's wig in a way that he'll never get the same credit that he deserves because we spent years.
Because he was natural,
right? We spent years praising Steve Harvey for this lie. Meanwhile, Flex Alexander was sitting there beautiful the whole time, and we ain't say nothing.
You know who else had amazing hair who never gets his due?
Who's that?
Fucking Martin.
Oh, okay. That's a good
Martin's
one.
hair was always beautiful, clean fade, so well. And it was natural, and I feel like nobody ever brings it up. Also, I'm pretty sure the first person to wear a Peli Peli on television.
Oh.
That's a good one.
That may be very true.
In season 2, he had the Peli Peli with the belt.
Fox was making a bold choice with Martin when they made it, so we were going to see some fashion that the networks weren't ready for.
The first Peli Peli and the greatest shape up. That's good. That man had a great career then.
No, he did it. We can never take away.
No.
We can never take away.
Absolutely.
And he told people to wash their ass. He did it.
Super important, man. People have to do that. People have to. If you don't, it get rough. Your whole life get out of whack. It's like going to bed late.
Oh yeah, not cleaning up your room.
Yeah.
Make sure the inside is clean and then the outside it's the same thing.
I couldn't agree more. I think this is huge for us. Now, this is important because one of the things that, along with likening it to Alfonso Ribeiro and a number of sort of like weird conspiratorial deaths that were said to happen with like semi-famous people in the media, whatever, one of the things that then drove me to ask is there any evidence of people dying from dancing, right? Like, do we have any actual evidence? And I
got one.
Oh, let's start with yours because I actually, this is exciting.
So, all right, y'all remember, all right, I'm sorry, I get a little long-winded, bro. I'm a little socially inept. So, y'all remember.
I think you're nailing it.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job.
Thank y'all, man. I really thank y'all for letting me, this is the biggest thing that ever happened. So, look, y'all remember in like, maybe it's like 1999.
Yep.
Congratulations. It's Saturday, so your mama let you stay up past 9:30. It's a dude who come on the TV. Now, he got a blindfold. Somebody, it's ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody shoot a gun, and he catch the bullet in his mouth.
Mm.
Y'all remember that dude?
No.
It used to be on a magic show. He used to catch a bullet in the mouth. He spit in the plate.
Oh, are you talking
Now-
about Street Magic? Street Magic.
Yeah, but he did it on the stage. Now, on that same show, right? On that same show, they would show previews to a news segment where these people was dancing at a reception. And then you could find this on YouTube. They dancing at a reception, and the flow gave out at a wedding, and a bunch of them cats died.
Whoa. I think
Didn't that happen to Rod Wave?
Yeah, but he didn't die.
No,
A
he's
bunch of
still
them.
alive.
It was like a whole wedding party. A lot of them died. They was doing the East Side stunt. I made up the last part.
I don't remember the magic show you're talking about, but I 100% remember watching 2020 with my mom, which was very much a thing we were doing in 1999.
On Saturday night?
Oh, hell yeah. Where else was I going? This lady got 2020 on. I'm in the house.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. But I remember watching an episode about exactly what you're describing. These people falling through the floor.
They was jigging. I wonder what record it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine what record made y'all stump the flow out.
Oh, I hope it was the Millennium. I hope it was fucking.
I hope it was Stomp.
By Kirk Franklin? That's hard. Dang. They got to go see him that day.
That was a good ass song.
Right. If you're praising Jesus and then you get to meet him immediately after, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, that's hard, man. If they was all in them Kirk Franklin church outfits, y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When Kirk Franklin was like, "Yo, we got to figure out a way to get the youth in the church. We gonna wear jeans."
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
And that was like a big thing in like '98.
He had a bubble coat too.
That was before he got buff and
oh, for sure.
and also made up a new hairline for himself. He was more at peace back then.
I'm into that though. I'm into making up a new hairline for you.
100%.
Bro, I was on. I'll tell you the truth. I was on television once. They hit me with the Beijing. I felt incredible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I felt like Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You get zinged up one day,
Bro.
that first day it's a good time. Now, once you take that shower, you see the mistakes he made.
That's my problem.
True.
With it.
That's true.
Yeah.
The shower does reveal all Beijing errors.
Yeah, that's my issue with it is I love the experience, and for a TV appearance that makes perfect sense. But truly, the next day makes you feel like the ugliest monster you've ever been.
Yeah.
Because that's a fresh haircut, and it ain't.
I kind of want to just get it at the house.
It's white out for barbers.
They got one at my barbershop. Nobody ever uses it.
Yeah.
This guy Herm's got it, and I've never seen any. But I wanna look good. I want the whole situation.
You just
that's
want
where
to
you
hit
mess
it.
up though. That once you start putting a Beijing on that skull, you put on that skull or you put on that jawline. That's when you never coming back.
Yeah, that's
bro.
a slippery
That's when I start singing R&B. I'm out of the
Carlos
podcast
Boozer?
business.
Yeah. Carlos. I think Carlos had an addiction.
That wasn't even face. That was shoe polish. He looked like one of the Marx Brothers.
Bro, I remember one time I was at a smoothie place. This dude had Beijing, and his hairline started leaking because he was sweating.
Yep.
Oh.
And then the Beijing dripped into the smoothie, and he gave it to a customer.
Whoa.
Yep.
Fuck.
Damn. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you said, I didn't know that you could work at a smoothie restaurant and have the money for Beijing.
Oh, well,
He was the
it's
owner.
not that
He was
expensive.
the owner.
Yeah. How much does it cost?
I don't know, but literally everywhere I've ever been, they're giving that out for free at barbershops.
For free, you don't even have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like I said, they got the gun at my barbershop. I've never seen anybody.
Oh, you're talking about the gun situation. Most of the time,
the
it's the little
yeah.
airbrush, squeegee type joint that I've seen.
That's how it is in Hollywood. When I got Beijing, that's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was just a little.
Yeah, I think with the gun, they'll charge you. That's now they're giving away. That's too much Beijing at one time.
That's a lot of Beijing.
The spray can, they giving them away by the gallon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't.
They're just like Hawaiian punch.
That's like mounting your own TV. You could do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, don't do that.
For sure.
Call a different man to come mount your TV for you. Don't do that.
100%. They put the business card on your head to make sure they get the lines right.
Yep.
They do that to y'all.
Mhm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So you brought up this example of these people dancing through the floor. I dare to ask you all, and this is exciting, have either of you heard of the dancing plague of 1518?
You know that I have.
You have.
I have not.
I bring it up all the time.
Just the other day, I was saying.
Yeah.
Remember that dancing plague of 15,
in the group
18?
text, I was like, you guys remember the dancing plague?
That's just wild, huh? Well, for those that don't know, and Gborie, I know you're already versed in all of this shit, but for those that don't know, the dancing plague of 1518 apparently involved more than 100 people dancing themselves uncontrollably to their own deaths.
That's crazy. Why they do that?
Yeah.
So I love that you're asking that. And the truth is, no one still to this day fully knows what the fuck happened. But apparently, I'll break the whole story down for y'all. Apparently, there was this lady, Frau Trophée, who leaves her house one day. She goes to the city square and then she just starts dancing. She's in Strasbourg, what is now modern day France, right? She goes to the middle of Strasbourg. She just starts dancing. She dances so long and so hard that eventually she passes out from heat stroke and exhaustion. But then everyone assumes like, all right, Frau got that shit out her system. She gonna go do whatever the fuck Fraus be doing elsewhere. But the next day she shows back up, does the exact same thing again the next day, to the point that other people start joining in and they start dancing alongside her almost on some cultist shit until 400 people are gathered at a time dancing with this bitch Frau.
I think I know what happened.
Okay, tell me.
So back then, this is when folks just started dancing. So I think it's two ways you can look at this. Either A, they was like, hold on, what this girl doing?
Yeah.
And then somebody else started, they're like, nah, this hard, man. We got to keep up with this.
Yeah.
And that joy, that endorphins outweigh food, water, shelter, and the willingness to live.
Oh.
Right?
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Or
oh, shit, he's going back for more.
Or if they had limited range, they had limited dance moves. So I think back in them times, it wasn't about who could do the better dance move, but who could dance the longest. You get what I'm saying? Like the marathon came before the sprint.
It was quantity, not quality.
Yeah. That's what
well, let me say, I love these suggestions of what happened. In fact, the suggestion that dancing was created just shy of 1518 is
100%.
is maybe my favorite piece of information that I've ever heard anybody say.
100%. Before that, they was playing the music standing still. Then somebody started.
I have no proof. Proof.
People start jigging, and then people start dying in 2007.
So what's crazy is that even what you're suggesting is not that much more absurd than what they landed on all the way back then. A lot of people, naturally, you guys are smart enough to know, they blame the devil. That was the first thing that came to mind, was them being like, well, it's the devil's doing, the Frau obviously is a sinner, and so are these other people, and the devil is making them do that. And in fact, they would often refer to this lore of Saint Vitus, I don't know how to pronounce stuff, a Sicilian saint martyred in 303 AD, who was said to curse sinners with uncontrollable dancing mania if angered.
That's what his power is?
Yeah, I guess he died and he was like,
if I get mad, you have to dance.
You're going to dance crazy forever.
So he like the first what's it called? What's the dude who's not a magician? Hypnosis. Yeah. He the first one of those. And not a magician, bro. Just like a 40-year-old dude.
So the other thing that they point to as a potential explanation, this is not what people were saying back then. This is what people have now sort of at least suggested might be the conclusion, that some also believe it was a result of effects of psychotropic mold known as ergot that basically grows on damp stalks of rye and then could produce a chemical similar to LSD.
That's probably the real answer.
Oh.
How many days was she eating that mold?
I don't think she was eating it. I don't think she was like having a big old.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm taking LSD. It doesn't last for days.
Yeah, well, they're saying that, like, or at least the suggestion feels like it's saying like the rye it had been an inhalant all over the city type shit.
Oh, and that they collectively were huffing it.
Yeah, everybody's
got loose.
high off this LSD in their homes and across the city, and now they're dancing in Times Square. Gborie doesn't like it.
I'm rolling with that one. I'm rolling with that one, bro.
Tell me why. I want to hear both reasons why.
Every time, because I was reading something about, there was some mass shit that happened in like Switzerland too, where they was like, the town was collectively on LSD. Have you ever been on psychotropic drugs around other people? Your experiences are not at all unified. It's not like that. It's like everybody's kind of going through their own shit. So to get 400 people who are tripping to be involved in this like group hallucination, it's like I call shenanigans.
Well, here's what I'll say is that you are presuming that the people who are not dancing are not high as well. And there could be an argument that like everybody was high, but everybody was having different experiences. And those were just 400 people who had a line in terms of like, yo, we're dance high motherfuckers versus these other people who are like sit at home with their arms folded and think about
did anything else weird happen in the town that day?
Oh, there's not a lot of evidence of that. I think they were real focused on the dancing.
See, then no. If it was like 400 people were dancing, 200 people decided it's fun to steal from 7-Eleven, 600 people like did mouth stuff, like were blowing each other, then I would be like, oh, that makes sense. Like everybody's kind of acting out of character.
I got you.
But you know what I'm saying?
Nobody invented mouth stuff, therefore it's unlikely that this was a thing that was happening.
I think mouth stuff goes back as far as people go back.
You think mouth stuff goes further than dancing?
I think people have been putting it in their mouth since they've been putting food in there. Yeah.
Whoa.
I think we have always put genitals in mouths. Always.
Hell yeah. Mandal, you're on the pro at this point. David took the con. Where explain to me why you believe this.
That just sounds like geeker activity. and so I'm gonna go with that. That sounds like some of the geeked up. Maybe the bread, maybe the rye mixed in with the LSD make you want to jig a little bit. You know, I done seen plenty of people jig on a lot of things, and maybe today it was LSD.
LSD and rye, baby.
Yeah, you put that bread with the LSD, you on that dance floor. You know, it's just what it is.
So one of the most interesting explanations that I found that I think actually is going to be a great connector back to this original conversation is the reference to something called collective psychosis, which argues that cultural influence, religion, supernatural beliefs, gossip, right, might lead people to enter a disassociative mental state in which their normal consciousness is disabled, causing them to carry out irrational physical acts.
But this was in France, right? Why didn't they all start kissing?
Well, that's...
That's rational.
That's literally their thing. So I think what they're saying is the irrational would not be to kiss, but to dance wildly until they describe some of these people as like being bloody from having danced all day for 2 months.
2 months? Wait, you didn't say 2 months.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this lasted for 2 months.
Langston, that's the most important.
So look, wait.
I've been getting high this whole time. I forgot.
So you said they called the Holy Ghost
for 2 months. That's right.
Okay,
they called the Holy Ghost.
Well, that's a way of thinking about it. Yeah.
Okay.
The blessings of God.
That's crazy.
That is, and I guess where it connects me back, where I start to think about the original conspiracy theory, right, is I think about this girl. And how like Snopes and these other people that claim it's not real would say, well, it's unlikely that somebody would want to dance that hard or give that much energy to it and that would eventually snap their neck, whatever. But I think if we're really talking about like this cultural psychosis that we could all find ourselves in, it's just us trying to one-up each other and get further into sort of like a place of value with our dance moves, with our bodies, and that could force a person. In the bucket situation. Exactly.
I understand that.
Yeah, a person would suddenly kill themselves on some just desperately wanting to be a part of this cultural imprint.
I feel like I've definitely been in a party and the time is right and the lights are hitting and I'm like, I would kill to be the best dancer here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt that before.
I feel you. My only issue though is that it was 2 months though.
That is
you get what I'm saying? So like at some point, what I'm surprised is that they didn't die without food and water before 2 months.
Yeah.
Well,
where were they
I
sleeping?
think what they're saying is that over the course of 2 months, 100 people died. So I don't think that literally everybody that started with Frau made it all the way through 2 months. In fact, I read something that said that it was something like 15 people a day dropping dead from whatever this was. So I think they started off dancing and then some people would drop out. Some people get tired and not come back. But over the course of 2 months, this dancing never stopped.
Mm-hmm. Well, people got to chill out with that. That's what I got.
And honestly, I think that's the best way for us to put a stamp on this. I truly don't know a better way for us to end this conversation with just, hey, people got to chill out with that.
Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
Call them up, man. They go dance till they die.
They'll dance till they die because they're on psychotropic drugs, huh? Mandal, could you tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
Man, don't find me. Find your Lord and Savior, man. Thank y'all for having me, bro. Oh, that's not what you told me.
No, I just need.
I'm sorry.
Although I love that that's what you were about to go into as an acceptance speech, but
yeah. I'm about to say thank y'all. Shout out to Hot Comic Studios for letting me record here. Oh, where to find me? Oh, I got an Instagram.
Yeah,
I got an Instagram. The Mandal Man. Yeah, follow that.
Follow.
Or don't.
No.
Either one.
Follow Mandal. I was
follow it.
I was telling him before the podcast, one of my favorite clips of comedy I've seen in years is something he posted, a very funny joke he told. So follow Mandal. He's hilarious. Gborie, you want to tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on?
Yeah, December 3rd, I'm going to be at the Crocodile in Seattle. And December 4th, I'm going to be headlining Helium in Portland. And then, November 24th, I'm going to be headlining the Comedy Works in Denver. My little brother's going to be there. He's pretty fun.
Hell yeah. He does comedy now?
No, he'll just be hanging out. He used to do gymnastics.
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, go see Gborie. Go see Gborie's little brother if you're in Denver. And as always, you can follow me at Langston Kerman on all platforms. And if you want to send us your drops, your conspiracy theories, your bullshit, send it to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Okay, that's it. Bye, bitch.
The government growing babies, microchips.